appears that the stars aligned and the weather forecast was ideal for the shark dive and whale watching combo tour, which was scheduled to begin at 10 a.m. For the shark diving activity, we selected the White Shark Diving Company.
Since we are doing a self-drive, that would be about a 2-hour drive from our hotel to the White Shark Diving Company in Klein Bay. However, it should be noted that the dive company offers transportation, which, at the time of our booking, was about an additional $40 per person.
In terms of excursion costs for the full day combo tour, it was about 3,550 Rand or about 185 US dollars per adult. For children ages 5 to 12, it was 2,450 Rand or about 128 US dollars per child.
Now for some excursion preparation. Since I have experienced seasickness in the past, I was advised to take seasickness medication the night before and again 2 hours prior to the trip. Specifically, I took Dramamine. However, for any medical advice, you should always consult with your physician. Jessica, on the other hand, was not concerned and did not take any motion sickness medication. Dum dum dum.
In terms of preparation, we were told to bring swimwear, which would be worn underneath the wetsuit, as well as a warm jacket, sunscreen, a towel, and sunglasses. In addition to these items, we brought our GoPro.
Also, it was recommended that we arrived wearing the swimsuit under our regular clothing for the convenience of changing into the wetsuit easily when we were on board the boat. The diving company would be providing all the other necessary equipment, wetsuit, masks, etc. The duration of the shark diving activity would be 4 to 5 hours.
On the drive there, just like the penguins, the anticipation kept building as signs for the whales and shark diving were popping up along the roadways. Just as planned, we arrived at the diving company in about 2 hours.
After checking in, the experience began with a light breakfast and coffee. After eating, we received a safety briefing. After receiving the do's and don'ts, like it's never a good idea to reach outside of the cage, we were ready to set sail from the coastal town of Klein Bay.
It should be noted that great white shark sightings are not as common as they used to be. For example, for the months prior to our trip, they estimated to have seen 5 to 6 different great white sharks.
With that being said, the area where we anchor is around Dyer Island and Geyser Rock, which is a short 8.5 kilometers away. The area between these islands is known as Shark Alley due to the large number of sharks that circle the channel. They are attracted to this channel because of the constant food source supplied by the nearby 60,000 plus Cape Fur seal colony.
Upon reaching Shark's Alley, once the anchor was lowered, the crew swiftly worked on positioning the cage alongside the boat. At this point, we were given the green light to change into our wetsuits. With the wetsuits snugly fitted and weights secured, we were ready to immerse ourselves in the ocean. These wetsuits, designed to provide both buoyancy and insulation, were indispensable for ensuring comfort and warmth in the brisk Atlantic waters. Meanwhile, the weights we carried allow us to descend below the surface to the bottom of the cage, affording us an intimate view of these majestic creatures.
Typically, around 4 to 5 individuals entered the cage at a time during our excursion, with the minimum participant age requirement set at 8 years old. Each diving session lasted approximately 20 minutes, ensuring ample time for observation. Over the course of our journey, we accommodated about 3 different groups, each eager to experience this exhilarating activity. The company's aim was to offer each guest a comparable diving encounter, ensuring everyone had the opportunity to witness these fascinating predators. Following the initial round of dives, we even had the chance to embark on a second dive, further enriching our adventure. Now, for a slightly embarrassing admission, in order to observe the sharks, the boat was outfitted with a hookah diving system, allowing divers to utilize a breathing apparatus to remain submerged for shark viewing. Despite my eagerness, I must confess that I never attempted diving before, and I naively assumed I could easily grasp the concept of operating this breathing apparatus. Alas, I was mistaken. Despite my efforts, I struggled to master the art of properly breathing underwater with this breathing apparatus, and I found myself inadvertently gulping down the chilly Atlantic water. After several unsuccessful attempts, it became evident that it was time to resort to the old-fashioned method. I opted to don the mask and surface for air as needed.
It's a humbling experience to share the same aquatic realm with these fascinating creatures, observing their natural behaviors and movements in their habitat. The silence underwater, save for the muffled sounds of our own breaths, created an almost surreal atmosphere. The sharks, majestic and powerful, circled near us, sometimes coming within arm's reach. Time seemed to stand still as we made eye contact with these incredible animals, fostering a deep sense of respect and appreciation for their place in the ecosystem. The sight of these apex predators gliding gracefully through the water was simply sublime.
As we surfaced from our exhilarating dive, I couldn't help but pat myself on the back. Not a hint of seasickness in sight. All credit to my trusty medication, of course. However, poor Jessica, ever the fearless adventurer, had opted to forgo any such precautions, and wouldn't you know it, the sea had other plans for her. As we made our way back to Climb Bay, Jessica found herself in a bit of a pickle, feeling the full force of the ocean's playful sways. Yep, she got seasick. Note to self, sometimes it's better to be safe than sorry.
I will have you know I was not the only one. Throughout this unforgettable journey, the tour company is committed to preserving every exhilarating moment, from the anticipation as you step aboard the boat to the heart-pounding dive and the electrifying encounters with sharks. Every aspect is expertly captured. At the time of our booking, a special offer allowed online bookings to receive the video footage of the experience for free. For those who didn't book online, the video could be purchased for 300 Rand, which is approximately $16, ensuring that every guest has the opportunity to relive the thrill of their adventure time and time again. The following is a video from...
When we returned to our starting point, it was about 1 p.m. Perfect timing, as lunch was ready to be served. For our excursion, the lunch was a tasty pasta.